Hey guys, the Cube Tutor here, and I'm going to teach you how to practice with CFOP. Now, I recently dropped from being a 17 to 18 second solver to being a sub-15 solver in a day. And I'm going to show you how I did that because I haven't heard of it before and it just like happened. I was doing some averages one day, and then I did a bunch of stuff to work on practicing without my timer. And then I did all of this stuff all day one day because I didn't have my timer. And then I timed myself again the next, did a bunch of averages, and I was sub-15. So I'm going to do just a solve here. Not a good solve, but whatever. That was wrong. This is a really bad solve. I'm sorry. No, 20 seconds, I'm going to do another. Okay, this one's going to be better. $7.2. Like, wow. That was a good solve. Occasionally I get sub-10 solves. My PB is like 6.3. That was a really good solve. Normally I don't get sub-10. I get, yeah. So I'm going to show you how I did that in a day. So, you need to work on, just slow your TPS. That's the main thing. Just slow your TPS down. I'm going to do a solve now with, like, bad TPS, but good look ahead, and I'm going to show you how it compares. Okay, and this isn't even good look ahead, but the slow TPS factor is still there at least. Yeah, this is really bad. Okay, that was both higher TPS than I needed and bad look ahead. So I'm gonna do another one, I guess. Just like I keep mixing up colors. I'm not used to this color scheme yet. We've been trying new ones and I don't like it. So I'm too lazy to re-sticker it. So that was 18 seconds. If you can see that. Kind of glary. So yeah, slow your TPS, and then that will improve your look ahead, and slow your cross down. Most people, when they're new or fairly new, they just like go through the cross as fast as they can, and then they have a long pause here because they don't know what to do. And then they would try to do like this green and orange pair here or something, and when this red and blue pair is already built. So they wouldn't insert that, and then they do something like that, and then they maybe do it well, I guess, and then they'd probably do the next pair, and no, they wouldn't do that because then that would be faster. You really just want to optimize your move count. When I was slower, I was doing way more moves than I am now. I was solving like 70 to 80 moves or so, and now I'm usually about 50, and that like helps a lot. Just solve it, finish that solve. Okay, so another thing you need to remember is that your OLL and PLL should be as fast as you can while still maintaining good recognition. Now, by good recognition, I mean you have probably like under 1/3 of a second recognition or so. So like just do a bunch of random moves that don't screw up the cross, and then insert them back. Oh, I screwed up the cross. And this is what I do. I isolate individual parts, and then recognition, you should be able to do that immediately, and then apron. Under a third of a second is what it should be. That was probably closer to 2/3 of a second, which is not good, but oh well. There's really not much to it. Just cube all day, as long as you possibly can. Take as little breaks as possible. When your fingers get tired, take a 10-minute break and maybe a minute of icing your fingers at the beginning, and then pull them out, and then you warm them up on a slower cube. Like this is a really slow Feng Shi Shuangren version 2. Like it's really slow and gummy. I put a bunch of Traxxas 50K in it, and it was already not very fast. So, like, yeah, bad corner cutting. I guess it's not awful corner cutting, but it takes a lot of force. So, and pretend I just cooled down my fingers with ice and, like, cooled them down, and then that's not very scrambled. Then do a solve and compare this time to that. These stickers are even worse than the others. God. This isn't normally my warm-up cube. I keep thinking that the yellow is white. Oh my god. Normally I use a Zanchi, but I'm not entirely sure where that went. And that's 24.488, which is, it should be like a little less than twice your time. That was a really bad solve. Yeah, there's not much else to it. Just think. Okay, so people say you should do everything mindlessly, like completely mindlessly. That is not true. You should think a lot, but you should think very quickly while doing other parts mindlessly. So, like, say, just do a scramble, and then solve the cross. It wasn't very scrambled, so it's an easy cross. But then, as you're doing your cross, you should be thinking really fast about what you're going to do next. This is probably what you should... That orange and blue pair isn't normally very obvious, but it's what you should do next. And then as you're inserting that and doing those nice D moves for F2L on your first pair, you should be thinking and seeing this pair, and you should see this pair after you've done like your first move or so of the last pair. So you insert that, and then your next pair should be this red and green one, and then that's not very obvious either. You would think of the red and blue one normally. So you insert that, and then that one was unchanged, so you would be able to think of it pretty easily. And this camera angle is probably pretty bad. And then V for PLL and OLL speeds. I already talked about that, never mind. Just do them as fast as you can while maintaining good recognition. And that's really it. There's not much more to becoming sub-15 that's different from sub-20. And now lastly, no, I'm not sure I'm going to do that, never mind. Yeah, okay. So just random hand scramble. I'm going to put my camera up here, and then I don't have a blindfold. It's going to show you the new unofficial blindfolded world record. I guess if I move over, you can just see my eyes are closed, or maybe... Okay. .3. You should be able to see all of the moves to the scramble while you're doing CFOP blindfolded. Very, very few people can do that. I'm not sure. I haven't seen anyone other than myself do it actually. You should be able to do that though. Should take a lot of practice and a lot of time just memorizing, but you should be able to do that. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, thumbs up, whatever the thing is. Bye.